deal with airplane peanuts.
It's just one person talking. We can do it anywhere. We don't have to. They're using it to control. Like they're using the name of LA or New York to get more out of people than they deserve. And here, like, there's none of that. This is just pure. This is 100% efficiency.
Yeah. So you mentioned that all you need for you can do it anywhere. All you need is someone talking. You're running an open mic in a park for a little bit.
Yeah.
How was that experience doing comedy in a park?
It was awesome. It was guerrilla. It was like, hodgepodge. It was crazy. We had a good time, I did mushrooms once and we just started a mic there and it was a crazy time. It was a great experience. But yeah, it was not the best place for comedy all the time.
Was it hard to get people to like focus or like sit down and watch with, being in a public place with other things going on? Like what time of day was this at?
Like 6.
6. Okay. So sun's kind of setting, but there's still other stranger or pedestrians, walking around. I can imagine that'd be kind of distracting, pretty wild. The first show I saw last night, Stand Up on the Spot, was in an outdoor covered venue. It was like Cedar Street something.
Yeah.
And that was cool. There was a lot of different alternative shows during the pandemic that I saw. Mark Norman also performing in a park.
Where do we begin? I mean, we got to address the elephant in the anal, Corona. It's a bitch. We're all sick of it. That's why we're here. Corona's been so long. It feels like the check engine light. At first you're scared of it, then after a while you're like, fuck it, I gotta go to work. I hate it. I can't believe this whole thing started because some guy fucked a bat. I feel like a woman in an arranged marriage. I didn't choose this. I gotta cover my face, and if I say my opinion, I get yelled at. All right. I can't tell if I'm bombing or if I'm in the park. We'll say both. That was brutal. I mean, you're outdoors, you have no microphone, there's no ceiling, there's music. That was brutal. That was the first one. My ego is through the floor.
Would you say that open mic that you put on was the strangest place you've ever performed in your career?
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's got a mystique to it when there is a pandemic going on and you're like, oh, we're all out here.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So it helped that the pandemic was happening, but ideally you'd want to be inside.
Yeah. Like no one would, it'd be hard to get people to go to a park show now.
Yeah.
than then. That's crazy. That reminds me of, I think I was listening to Rogan to tell a story about Dave Chappelle doing he would just, after he left the Chappelle show, just start doing stand-up in parks and just out in public, and people would kind of gather around and listen to him too. So, and obviously that was pre-pandemic. There's something to, I feel like, being out in public and drawing in a crowd that has to feel almost like medieval. I don't know. Yeah,
it's organic. It's like comedy in the caveman era.
Yeah.
But yeah, people want to talk to each other. People want to listen. So it's like, it's a great thing to do. It's egalitarian. It's democratic. It's free. Mm-hmm. Anyone can watch. Anyone who's there, who's made the sacrifice of being there physically in that space. Mm-hmm. That's all you need to do. And I think it's a beautiful thing.